Hello everybody, this is the Last Living GameCube, and boy do I have a lot to explain to you people. Well, first off, I just wanted to say that the last time I was gone for 2 years, probably more than that, I said I was trying to find myself when really I was just playing a bunch of Minecraft multiplayer, which kind of regret considering how strict they are, and I was also making a bunch of music. This time, on the other hand, I actually was finding myself. Now, I did mention in a video of the Sonic Colors Let's Play, which unfortunately is no longer uploaded onto YouTube. Well, the remaster of it, the original Sonic Colors Let's Play, is definitely still uploaded onto YouTube. You can watch that if you want to, although I don't know why. But anyways, yeah. Basically, what I was going through, I did say that I've been suffering from a major porn addiction, but I didn't realize it until around that time. Because it was around that point in time, which was like September of 2020, that I realized how bad my addiction really was. And ever since then, I've spent the entirety of my time ever since then attempting to recover from my addiction. And it has worked quite a bit until I started moving out of my dad's house at the beginning of 2022 and started living on my own, where I barely had any financial freedom, to the point where, I could not pay for anything other than necessary expenses. And I didn't really talk to as many people, so I couldn't really do that much. And considering no internet, a lot of psychological issues that prevented me from motivating myself to work on new music and other videos, yeah, you can imagine just how that really felt. What does your porn addiction have to do with you getting away from YouTube? Well, as I was beginning the recovery of my addiction, I started feeling a lot of anxiety from playing a bunch of video games that I have already played countless times. Sonic Colors happened to be one of them. Yeah, it's hard to believe, but it is the truth. So, I really did not want to get out of a Let's Play before finishing it, but I didn't really have much of a choice here, because at that point I was having major anxiety attacks to the point where I had major chest pains, so much discomfort, huge amounts of fear, like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? You don't want to fucking play this game. Now, it wasn't just happening to games that I was Let's Playing, like Sonic Colors. It was also happening to games that I've played tons and tons and tons of times. For example, once I've played Breath of the Wild enough, when I went back to it again earlier this year, I couldn't continue on with it because I had that major amount of anxiety again. Another game where that happened to, and this was a Let's Play that I've been plotting for 8 years, but had to give up for this anxiety-based heart palpitation type thing, Pokemon Emerald. I really wanted to do a Let's Play of that game, but as I was going through the middle of my practice file, as I was going to Reggie Ice's cave, I just realized I could not take it anymore, because I was having this major anxiety attack throughout the entire time I was playing the game. And so I felt I was forcing myself to go through so much discomfort that it was driving me mad. My heart was like, don't play this anymore. You've played it enough times. You're not going to get anything positive out of playing this over and over again anymore. My brain is like, I want to record this Let's Play so that I can get creative with my editing skills. Even though I did not know that there are going to be some editing skills I were required to do, and I feel like that would take more effort than I felt comfortable with at my current uploading pace. Well, what I felt comfortable is my uploading pace. So I decided to reluctantly put the kibosh on my Let's Play for Pokemon Emerald. And so I decided that I would hold off on doing Let's Plays until I felt comfortable enough recording videos of myself playing games blind. And so I came up with the idea that the next few games that came out that I really, really wanted to get, I would do a bunch of blind Let's Plays on. Specifically, I wanted to start with Bayonetta 3, and Sonic Frontiers. Now, I was originally going to do that, but again, the impulsive impatience prevented me from just recording the Let's Play. I just wanted to play the game for... this happened with Bayonetta 3. I just wanted to play the game because I didn't want to wait anymore for playing this game when it came out last year. So that's basically how that worked. Sonic Frontiers kind of happened the same way, but at the same time, I regret not recording a Let's Play of Sonic Frontiers more because I turned out to really, really like that game. Probably better than any other Sonic game I've ever played, in fact, despite how similar it is to Breath of the Wild, but I'm going to get into that later. Now, I told myself that when Tears of the Kingdom first came out, I would definitely do a blind Let's Play of that game for sure. However, what ended up happening was what I'm about to show you on screen at this moment. The video would just stop recording at a certain point in time and just gyrate for the same few frames at a repeated pace, but the audio would work just fine. Now, the reason why I'm showing it for Tears of the Kingdom is because that is the only game I decided to experiment on this. Now, the games that I mentioned I was going to try this experiment on, I did not choose by accident. I chose for two reasons. One, to see if I was mentally capable of handling a blind Let's Play of a game that I knew I was going to get sucked into, and two, to control my impetuous impatience impulse of playing these games for the entirety of the day, every single day, until I get these games done. Now, it didn't pan out for Bayonetta 3 or Sonic Frontiers because, yeah, the depression got in the way as well as the impatience. But for Tears of the Kingdom, I told myself I was going to do this no matter what, but couldn't do it because of that reason that I just showed you on the screen. Now, I could have tried recording it again, but I didn't want to go through the same part of the game for an hour and a half, so I just decided to play the game over again, and I deeply regret that because I got sucked into that game more than any other game I've played since Persona 5. And believe me, I got sucked into that game every single time I played it, all 3 playthroughs, except for the Let's Play. So basically, I had decided to wait on doing this experiment again until the final wave of DLC for Sonic Frontiers came out, which it did. And so I decided to test out this theory by ordering a new capture card. But denote the tried, because once I plugged in the capture card, this capture card was incompatible with both computers that I had. So you're probably wondering, how is it compatible with both computers? I don't know. Maybe it was damaged. Maybe it was just incompatible completely. I didn't care to know. So I returned the capture card, got a refund, and it's pending on my credit card statement as we speak. At first I thought, oh hey, maybe the Alienware is a bit outdated and that's why it was not compatible with the HD60X. But then I tried trading in my old MacBook for a new one so that I can get a bit more performance energy, which worked wonders for Logic Pro. But that didn't solve the problem at all. It was still incompatible with the latest HD60X model that Elgato has, despite this computer being, I think, the most recent model that Apple had for a reasonable price that I got all my other laptops for. So I decided to test out the other 2 capture cards to see if they would work on this. Lo and behold, they did work, but they did not capture any audio, despite the fact that the gameplay footage was being recorded just fine. It was on both the HD60 and the regular game capture HD. Now, I tried a few different settings, everything seemed to be working just fine, but then I looked up on the internet to see if there was anything that was wrong with it, and I realized it is not compatible if you have an adapter plugged into your computer that is keeping the capture card held together. So I decided to order an adapter online that would connect the capture card straight to the computer and have no other connections in between, and I decided to test that out last night. Lo and behold, it works like a charm, thank God. So, now that that has gotten taken care of, I have decided that once I finish uploading this video, I will also upload a compilation video of my best and what I personally believe to be my funniest moments and glitches that I found during my first playthrough of The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. It is not fully edited at the time of this recording, and it probably won't be fully edited for at least a few weeks, but I still have a lot of other video ideas that I'm going to be sharing with you, including a blind not fully blind, this is a semi-blind Let's Play of Sonic Frontiers. This is going to be my newest experiment because I have realized a few things over the last few months of my addiction recovery, which I feel like hasn't really been panning out that much. Anyways, that is irrelevant. What is relevant is that I have decided to experiment this whole scenario that I explained earlier in the video on Sonic Frontiers. I've already played through the normal game once, but my plan now in this Let's Play is to repeat my playthrough of the normal game up to the point where you can play the final story, the Another Story version of the DLC. And the Another Story version of the DLC is going to be completely blind. I have not seen anything from it aside from the first cutscene, and that is where the experiment will truly lie, because I deeply care about this game, and I really, really loved my experience with Sonic Frontiers. So, that's basically what my return is going to be like. Now, I am not going to be completely out of hiatus, because I am still going through a lot of mental health related stuff, but you will be seeing videos of me a bit more frequently. And I will have a new channel created very soon that will have a lot more of my music entail, because all the instrumentals of my first product that I will be uploading on that channel have been completed, but the lyrics still have to be recorded. Now, I don't know whether or not my channel will be moved to that channel in terms of gameplay videos, but I have taken it into consideration at least because I wish to start fresh with this one, and I just wish to start this channel in a bit more of a professional manner. So, now that I've gotten that all taken care of, I shall now bid you adieu. See you guys in the next Let's Play.